Good morning. I hope everyone is doing well. The last time we did that recorded the Daily Word was the day that they had an earthquake in Haiti. And I think that at that during that message anyway, we were talking about God's will, and we were talking about how do we interpret things, whether or not they're good or bad. And my position is, of course, is that everything that happens in our life is good, and I still believe that today. Sometimes it's hard to take what or accept what happens as being God's will, especially when you see babies and young innocent people dying. It's very difficult to accept that. But I still believe even today that God's will is always being done. That it's perfect. And we never know how long we're here for. I don't know how long I'm here for. What I do know is that part of what I'm supposed to be doing is like in writing the book and doing these recordings every day. Because even if I help one person, I've done what I was supposed to do today. And ultimately, my existence here is just only to help. But I don't even know how long I'm going to be here. But it is very refreshing seeing all these people from all over the world coming to help these people here. To help the people in Haiti. Especially because you look at the, you see the images and you see the people there, and for the most part, it's really monochromatic. There's just one color there, and that's it. And so when you see all these people coming from all over the world to try to help these people, it's just so refreshing. Especially when normally you would see in the news all this bickering and all this bipartisan politics about the health care and about everything that Obama's doing wrong and everything that's going on over in Yemen and Afghanistan. So it is very refreshing to see people act the way they're acting. And seeing people come together instead of people positioning for basically money and power. Will this be a catalyst for other things to happen where people will come together? I don't know. But what I do know for sure is that God has a plan and God's will is always being done. And there are, people are going to die. We know that. I don't know how long, like I say, I don't know how long my existence is here for. I don't know how long, I think most of us don't know how long we're supposed to be here. But what we do know is that if we are given today, then we have to take we have to take advantage of the day that we do have. I still do pray for those people over there, and I pray for the suffering, for the people that are living, that they can find some acceptance with their loss. I know that it's painful when we do lose people that we do love, and that we do care for. But also too, I know that God's will is being done, and acceptance is the most difficult part and is the most painful part. Pain comes from the resistance of what's going on. It's that struggle of what happened to you, and the pain comes from that resistance of that acceptance. Because, it did happen, and we have to accept what God's will is for us at all times. But the tears and the pain is very natural. I don't know why God does all the things He does and how He does things. All I know is this, is that the pain that I suffered, if I didn't suffer the pain that occurred in my life, I would never be sitting here today. I know that. I don't know, why God has it where there has to be pain first before we reach this this plateau of happiness or of understanding. But I do know, though, is that it seems like that's just the way God has this process process set up. I mean, think about it like this. When a child is born and he takes the first thing in life, which is a breath of air, one of the most valuable things, that baby goes through a lot of trauma. Trying to get through that canal to get out. And then when it gets out, if it's still not breathing, it gets slapped in the back of the ass. I mean, excuse me for using that word, but you would think that, okay, God, why couldn't you figure out an easier way? I mean, why does the baby have to go through all that before it gets the breath of life? I don't know. But I do know that God has it set up that way. And if anything, that is, it truly is a miracle for a human being to be developed inside of another human being, and then, it becomes into existence. I mean, the whole process of birth is fascinating. And for men out there, if you have never been with your wife or your girlfriend or whoever may be having your child, if you've never actually been in the room while it's going on, it is truly a miracle. I can remember when my first one was being born, and it just blew me away. But anyway, that's today's message, is that, for whatever reason God has it set up the way He has it set up, that's just the way it is. We can't fully understand it. I don't understand it, but I know that's not my job to try to understand God fully anyway. But what I do is I accept the fact that no matter what happens, that God is in control, even what's going on, in Haiti, and even what's going on with our lives, today, because I definitely am a little bit more grateful today than I was, let's say Monday before this earthquake. My issues today are the envy of many, and I understand that, and I'm grateful for that. So let's pray for the people out there that they find some acceptance, and that's my prayer today anyway, that these people find some acceptance to keep going on. So God bless all of you, and have a good week.